Thank you very much, Andrew, and welcome to everyone to London and to this competition. As Andrew said, I'm from City University in London, and I have in my hand the certificate here of the student scholarships that the winning team can take up for a bachelor's degree at City University here in London. We're only a few miles from here, and very proud of our engineering tradition and our engineering heritage at City. We've taught engineering for over 100 years, and a number of our graduates have gone on to a whole range of different things in the engineering profession across the UK and indeed across the world. It's great to have you here in London. It's one of the world's greatest cities, and I hope you'll enjoy being here and enjoy the experience of just seeing some of the sights and sounds of London, and take advantage of the opportunity that this offers. We may not have the weather that the competition had in Melbourne or in Kuala Lumpur, but I'm sure it'll keep you busier here than if the sun was shining outside. But well done to everyone for getting through to this stage. And as Andrew said, one of the important things about this program is that it's about raising standards in education. This is not about building toys. This is about learning about engineering and learning some of the key aspects of engineering as it exists today. Engineering is one of the subjects that the government is promoting very strongly for our young people. And we're very keen at City University in London to support that initiative and support the way in which we can see young engineers coming through and playing their part in the UK and the world economy. We see the key aspects of the work that you develop in this program in terms of design, in terms of analysis, in terms of manufacture, in terms of testing, and indeed in terms of success as being really key to developing an engineering ethos and developing an engineering career. We see as well the benefits that this program brings in teaching the basics of science and engineering and mathematics, in applying this in building a car and in putting the program together. And of course what we see as well is that this is about an integrated program. You're involved in the planning, involved in the financing and the fundraising and the budgeting, in getting here and in bringing yourself to this program. And all of that really are just key skills that you'll need for an engineering career. Most of all, it's about teamwork. And again, what's a better example of teamwork than this sort of program and the teamwork that you need to be successful in engineering today. So let me wish you all a very good time here. Have a great competition. Enjoy it, work hard, enjoy London, and I hope it leads you into that aspect of an engineering career that you might find fascinating. I look forward to welcoming some of the successful members of the winning team to City University in London to study engineering, to take up those scholarships, and I'll see you on Thursday and see who that is. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ken. Fantastic prize. I know you're all going to battle hard to get there. So, can I now introduce you to our Chair of Judges, Steve Nevy. Steve has been a great supporter. We were talking about this last night in the bar, 2000 I think it was, at Jaguar Racing. He's been a fantastic friend and supporter of F1 in school since then. In fact, he was a judge at our very first UK national final in 2001. So, over to you, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew, and good morning, everybody. As Chair of Judges, I guess my first duty is to introduce you all to the judging panels, the team of judges who are going to judge you very ably and very fairly, I'm sure. So could I ask the judges, please, to stand up? You'll get to meet them, of course, over the next few days. Don't look so intimidated. They're all lovely. They're nice people. Thank you, guys. When Andrew asked me if I would be the chair of judges, I was honoured, and to be honest, I was quite humbled actually to do this. As Andrew says, I'm a keen supporter of this project. You do a fantastic job. You really do. I mean, you've only got to look around you. It's incredible. And you should all be extremely proud of yourselves and each other. So, I mean, one of the things I'd ask you to do is to walk around and meet the other competitors and be sure to congratulate them, because I guarantee you'll make friends over the next few days that will endure for friendships that will endure for a long, long time, I'm sure. The other thing is that you should enjoy what you're doing. This is a springboard. This is a springboard into potentially a very enjoyable career in engineering and technology. I mean, I've come through various industries. I've been involved. I started as a shipbuilder, believe it or not. And eventually, after various career path changes, I've found myself working in Formula One for the last 20 years, and very enjoyable it's been. But I have to say, I've played various team sports. I've played cricket, I've played football, I've played rugby. You must have realized that. Nobody's born this ugly. And I must say that the most enjoyable team sport I've ever played, not Formula One, is engineering. You know, to be set a challenge, a group of you to be set a challenge, and have to tackle that challenge, to organize yourselves into an appropriate team, identify each other's strengths, but also identify your own and each other's weaknesses, and form yourself into a team so that you cover each other's weaknesses and you take advantage of each other's strength. And that's exactly what you guys have done. I was walking around yesterday just watching you prepare your stands, and just watching you work together, not only within your own teams, but also working with other teams as well, which is great to see. It's what we do in the paddock. You know, if you watch set up at a Grand Prix, it's quite interesting. You see the teams cross over. Can I borrow this? Can you lend us that? And there's an awful lot of that takes place, and it was interesting to witness that yesterday. And that's the biggest thing for me, is the team challenge. And all I'll say to you is, the parallels between what you're doing and what we're doing are uncanny. You're doing exactly the same thing. And not just the same as Formula One, it's the same as the Airbus guys would do designing the A380, or Nokia would do designing a new mobile phone. It's exactly the same process. And you should enjoy it, and you should treat this as a springboard into that engineering career. So I won't go on any longer. I'll just say to you, the very best of luck to everybody, all of the teams. And I just urge you to just enjoy the next few days. Okay, good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Steve. I wouldn't like your job. Not only do we have the support of the DCSF, but we also enjoy the support of British industry. And I'm delighted to introduce someone on stage who's been a keen supporter of F1 in schools, a patron, in fact, and he's been involved with British trade all around the world. He's a former Minister for Trade and Investment and Director General for the Confederation of British Industry. I'd like to introduce you to Lord Digby Jones to officially open this year's competition. Lord Jones.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to London. And may I say, firstly, looking at that video of Mr. Webber's first ever victory at Formula One after 126 attempts, I got the impression at the end as he went through the checkered flag he was a tad happy. I think that was... And he is, of course, Australian, who often, well, they don't get their fair share of victories, really. And the difference between the Australian cricket team and Cinderella, at least Cinderella got to the ball. How is it down under? Okay? Is it jolly good? Yeah. No, fabulous, fabulous country. I always support them whenever they're playing America. Now, could I say, firstly, I want you to put your hands together for somebody, because whatever you do in your life, and every one of you, especially the young people here, please remember this and watch this example. And that is that if you don't actually know what you want to do, and you don't stay true to your vision, and you don't actually, at the end of the day, keep focused on where you want to get to, you will fail. Because there will be so many things that come in and out, influence you and everything else. And you have to stay true to that. And what's more, I can promise you now, to achieve whatever you want to achieve ain't going to be easy. It really is not. And some of us have been very, very lucky, but I can tell you now, nearly every single participant in Formula One, from team owners through engineers through drivers, they can all say they make it look easy because they are so incredibly focused. And all I can tell you is that this is the 5th World Championships. F1 in Schools has been going since 2000. And if it wasn't for Andrew, it really would not exist. And I have to tell you, you should all put your hands together for Andrew Denford.